So, thank you for coming in. I've told you, for the audience, I want to let them know what you know.
Yep.
Which, well, you tell me, what have I told you about why you're here?
Literally, the gym wants to help me on my fitness journey.
Yeah, for sure.
You've told me you're going to break it down to 6-week blocks.
Yep.
I'll be training with the coaches for my first 6 weeks, and that's pretty much it.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah, so that's the simple structure of the idea.
Yep.
I wanted to get you here, I wanted to get you on camera to tell you why we want to do that, what our thought process is. I want to know more about you because it's going to help us to help you better.
Yep.
Because the more we know, the more we can adapt, the more we can change. I want to know your history. I want to tell you the title of the video series.
Okay.
So it's called Saving Griff.
Okay.
Okay, and you can read into that what you want. We've kind of tapped into a lot of knowledge that we have in the gym, both for, you know, experience of how to tackle certain mobility issues, you know, what our goals are going to be, but also down to illustration. So you'll see in the videos when they launch, we've got a really talented member called Liam Harris, and he's drawn you, okay? So the plan is, and like the people viewing will see that, it's going to be in the intro, okay?
Excellent.
The plan is, that's you right now, okay?
Yeah.
So I took those off your Instagram, that's you right now.
Yeah.
The plan is for Liam to redraw you periodically, and you're going to look different, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first of all, I want to tell you why I've organised this, why I've got you here, why I spoke to all my coaches, why I've got everyone on board to essentially work together to help you.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, and I'm going to be honest, it's the only way.
No, it's fine. I'd rather answer.
I think you have a problem. And by that I mean, you're trying to achieve something and you're not achieving it. And you have heard that quote before, the definition of madness is doing the same thing and expecting different results, right?
Yeah.
And we have this, you know, like, I like that you try and keep yourself accountable with social media. You know, that's what it's great for, right? Is here I am on program, going to the gym or going for a walk or whatever, that's great. But it's not working because you're not getting the changes you want.
No.
I know you've worked with Danny before, well, for a long time.
Yep.
And she told me that actually over kind of a 4-year block or whatever, you've put on about 6 stone.
I have, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Right, let's reevaluate. What can we do differently? I feel like this only ends one way. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly where you're going,
Yeah? I think it only ends one way. And that is you not living a full life. That is you not living for as long as you should do. And I think you have responsibilities. I think you have children, you have a wife, and it's your responsibility to sort it the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
No, I agree.
And if you need a kick in the arse, we're going to give it to you. And in our staff team, we've got a real mixture of you know, nice and not nice, you know.
Yeah.
And we're going to balance that out and make sure you get all sides of the coin, both sides of the coin, to help you. I thought about it for a while. There was a point a while ago when I thought, morally, we should stop serving you shakes.
Yeah.
I thought, if someone's drunk, you don't serve them beer, right?
Yep. Yeah, makes sense.
And you're here working out, and then you're smashing a 500 calorie shake. It doesn't really work out, right? And I thought, actually, is that enough? And my feeling is that, yeah, you're going to die if you don't do something.
Change.
Yeah. And I feel complicit in that. I feel complicit in your suicide because I own the gym where you come and we have the tools to help you and we're not. And it's not because we want more money. It's none of that. No. It's just we're busy. Everyone's living their own lives. But actually, I think we have a responsibility to help you because it's not a nice feeling to feel like we could and we're not. And the only way to get rid of it, the only way to not be complicit in your suicide is to help you. And that's what we're going to do. Okay. That's the basis behind it. That's the conversation we had. And that's where we're coming from, is that we don't want to be part of what you're doing unless it's positive.
Okay.
because we've got a gym full of people, you know, squatting this, benching this, overhead dumbbell pressing this, you know, like such a variety of people performing. And actually we don't have too many people attempting to do what you're attempting to do. And I think it's to be admired, because to know you've got a problem is step one, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's to be admired, but something is going wrong somewhere along the way. And we need to find what that is, first of all. But while we go on that journey to find out what that is, we're going to keep you accountable. So we're going to have you in a WhatsApp group with all the coaches where we're going to be reminding you, you're with me this day, you're with me this day, you're with me that day, like that, okay?
Yep.
You're not going to miss any fucking sessions.
No,
you're going to turn up.
Yep.
There is no reason to not.
No, not at all.
And that is a firm rule. You're not missing any fucking sessions. For 6 weeks, while we work on this block, this is your thing.
Yep.
So a mate wants to go down the pub. Sorry, mate, I got that. Can we go later? This is the priority. Because if we don't do this, you won't have a life to do the rest of the stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But it would help us to know, what have you tried before? What have you tried and it hasn't worked?
Yeah. So I've tried, obviously, the fad diets.
Sure, yeah.
I
What are
won't
we
name them.
talking there, like?
Slimming World.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Weight Watchers. The one diet that did work for me when I started my journey a few years ago was the 5-2 diet.
Okay, yeah.
So I went to the gym. I didn't do no weights at all. I just went on the treadmill. And that's what I would do for 45 minutes. And I did that every single day. And that's where I found my weight come off.
Yeah.
It just fell off me.
Yeah, good.
And that was a good feeling. It was
Yeah,
a really
I
good
bet.
feeling. And then a few years ago, I decided to go for a strongman competition. And I put a bit of weight on to do that strongman competition, foolishly. And I think with weights as well, people are saying you've got to eat more calories to balance it with your weight training. And I never got that right. I've never got the balance right.
At that point, what kind of weight are we looking at?
I was
heavy
23
were you?
stone.
Okay.
I'm probably around 31 stone now.
Okay, fair. And that's the fallacy that a lot of people fall into, right? Is, I want to get strong, I need to just eat loads of calories. And what if you were, would you say 22 stone?
I was 23 stone.
23
I went from 26 down to 23.
Yeah.
And I'm back up now to 31.
So yeah, 23 stone, you've got enough mass in you there to move some weight, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You're not Eddie Hall, you're not Adam Bishop, you know, trying to put all these weights on.
No, just to challenge myself.
Yeah, for sure. You could have got stronger, without that.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how many calories you eat a day?
No. So I usually find I'll track my calories up until dinner time.
Sure.
And then come dinner time, because we're a mad house with 4 kids, we tend to put... we probably overload our plates too much.
Of course.
So it's the evening meal, I think, that kills me off, and it's the alcohol.
Yeah.
So I've gone from, not now anymore, but a few years ago, I was drinking at least 3-4 cans a night.
Okay.
And I was going training, and I was like, why isn't it working? Well, fucking obvious, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then recently now I've reduced my drinking to 1 night a week. But that was probably my biggest problem I've ever had.
Well, that's good.
It's not that it's an addiction, but I'd like to have a beer.
Well,
Like most people, you know.
it's a habit, right?
And it was a habit I got myself into. And it's a habit I've got myself out of as well.
Good, because that's obviously, well, like you said, it's kind of working against
It's
you,
just
right?
calories for nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just liquid, down it goes.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, that's a very good thing, because, well, there's something we don't have to fix, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've got that sorted.
Because I think, what do we know about weight loss and weight gain, right? Calories in, calories out kind of vibe.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Energy balance. For you to be the weight you are, you have a severe surplus, right? Every day.
So, absolutely, yeah.
Some days you might be around a goodish level.
Yep.
But there's no kind of secret to it. It's not like one food makes you pile on weight, you know.
No, it's what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing in my everyday life.
Exactly.
It's the odd pack of sweets here, the odd pack of crisps here, which sometimes you don't always notice, and sometimes you don't always capture.
Yeah.
That's those kind of shit things I do.
Well, and you're only human. Do you know what I mean? Like the odd packet of crisps can turn into the multi-pack, you know, like having a bad day, here we go, I'll smash these Kit Kats, whatever.
Yeah, and I suppose when I drink as well, when I used to drink, not so much anymore, it's the shit that comes with the drink after it. It's the cheese, it's the bread, it's the crisps, it's everything that
Yeah.
you should be eating.
Well, I think, for us, and it might sound stupid, we just bench nutrition for 6 weeks. Nutrition comes in 6 weeks, and a month and a half we'll look at that. For the first 6 weeks, we just look at getting you active and getting you active in the right way.
Yeah.
So often, just through observing you, I've noticed that you will come in and it will be like chest and arms,
yeah.
you know, whatever, right? I get why, but you could do all the bench press in the world.
It's not
You're not going to have great pecs unless we fix something else, right?
No, at all.
So we're going to stop focusing on that, and we're just going to focus on moving. Just moving, okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to be seeing me on Mondays. And on Mondays, we're just going to move, okay? We've got a treadmill. You know, we've got different ways we can just move. So for half an hour, maybe we're going to do a minute on, a minute off on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And maybe we're going to look at your speed, and we're going to slowly increase that speed, but we just want movement. We just want you moving, okay?
Yep.
6 weeks should give us time to get a routine drilled in and allow us to slowly step back and give you more independence with that routine. Okay?
Yep.
So for 6 weeks, you get us 5 times a week. Half an hour sessions, 5 a week, no missing them. You're there for all of them.
Yep.
We'll be there for all of them. After 6 weeks, we look at how successful we've been, because I'm not going to bullshit and say I have 100% confidence that you're going to turn up to every session. Because if I did, you'd have already done it before.
Yeah.
There's something stopping you. So we need to keep you on it, keep you accountable, and get you here.
Yep.
And then we take care of the rest.
Okay.
After those 6 weeks, we look at nutrition, okay? After that, because we don't want to try and change everything right now. We need to change one thing at a time, make it manageable, not too daunting, and help you get to the next stage.
Okay.
I don't want to hear chat of 20 kilos, 30 kilos, 40 kilos, whatever. I want us to focus on 1 kilo. And if we lose 1 kilo, let's lose another, okay?
Yep.
If we lose 2 kilos, let's lose a third. Every time, we just focus on losing 1. I think there's going to be periods where you are going to lose 5 kilos in a week, maybe more, maybe less, okay?
Yeah.
And that's going to be phenomenal and fantastic, particularly at the beginning when we've got more to lose.
Yeah.
But every time, we keep our goal the same. Because if you lose 5 kilos in a week and we make next week's target to lose 7 and you don't do it,
Yeah.
you're going to feel like shit.
Yeah.
This isn't working. This isn't worth
This
it.
is the one.
So we aim for 1. If we do more than that, fantastic. Next week we aim for 1.
Yep.
So our goal essentially in 6 weeks, we're trying to lose 6 kilos off of, what are we talking? Because we are going to weigh you, we've got scales to weigh you, 202.
Yeah.
So that's our kind of benchmark figure. 6 kilos, okay, great. That's going to get us under the 200 mark.
Yeah.
We've bought scales and we've tested them. They go up to 250 kilos. So we can weigh you every week. If you want to weigh yourself at home or whatever, that's fine. But we're going to weigh you every week, get it on film, track your progress.
Yeah. Okay.
In the sessions with the coaches, we're going to film parts of them. We're going to use them to kind of produce a weekly montage of your work and of what you've been doing, with the aim of keeping you accountable, getting your journey out there, and hopefully getting other people on board.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully getting the gym on board, getting the people that come here on board. Because there's nothing that will motivate you more than a random stranger being like, nice one, mate, keep it up, really
Yeah.
impressed. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I had that yesterday, actually. Somebody in the gym came up to me and said, well done. I know it's bench press, but well done for your bench press. And it was like, I never taught that guy.
yeah,
It was
good.
nice to-
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
that's motivational.
Yeah.
You know, like
It is, yeah.
Bish saw you here once and he said, good on him, he's doing the right stuff.
Yeah.
That's it, right? That's step 1.
Yeah,
Get in.
absolutely. Yeah.
Get in and get going. And now let's refine the rest. So 6 weeks, you're going to see me on a Monday night. We can talk about specific times, but it'll be around 7 because I coach until then for half an hour. On a Wednesday, you're going to see Amy at around 6, half 6
Yep.
for half an hour. On a Thursday, 1 week, you're going to see Shay. The next week, you're going to see our new coach, Ed.
Okay, yeah.
And they're going to alternate different mobility, different rehabby stuff, looking at how you move and how we can help you there.
Yep.
On a Friday, you're going to see Ed, Milky Ed. He's going to do some boxing pad work with you. Tim might occasionally swap in as well,
Okay.
or they might do together. And on a Saturday, you're going to see Ben.
Okay.
And Ben's going to do some strongman stuff with you because we know you enjoy that,
Yep.
but with the focus on moving.
Movability. Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Excellent.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
I think it's important for you to know the real depths of why I'm motivated enough to do this because, well, you work, you've got a family,
Yep.
you own a business, you know, you're busy, life's busy,
Yep.
same. There was a time, so I've got a young boy, he's called Josh, he's 20 months old, so he's 2 in February. He was playing around, he was running around, and I tried to like pick up his ball or whatever, and I'd hurt my back previously in the gym. I was like, oh, that hurt. And then I saw you the next day in academy on a Saturday with the kids, And I thought, fuck, that must suck, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, when my eldest is 20, he's 20 this year, and we used to play football all the time. You know, we used to play football. Same with my youngest lad as well, who was now 16. And then as the children have grown, that's suddenly worn off. So my youngest has never seen me up playing football with her at all. And I've not been able to do it. I can't run on a field.
Yeah.
Definitely can't run on a field. You know, I certainly get back pains because of my size.
Yeah.
I bend over. Well, not bend over, but I'm certainly puffing for breath.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, even run up the stairs sometimes I'm puffing for breath.
And that's the thing. That's part of being a dad, right?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
You want to play with them.
So
You want to experience life with
I'd
them.
never take my daughter swimming, but I'm too embarrassed to.
Yeah. Well, why don't we make that a lofty long-term goal?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's in 6 weeks.
No, of course not. No.
I'm not saying it's this side of Christmas. But that's quite a motivating goal.
Yeah.
To be able to, go swimming with Harley and Casey or, you know, Gemma, that'd be fantastic. And the thought for me of not being around as my son grows up, right? Of not seeing him get married, it haunts me, it chills me. I can't really explain it. It's like an emotional door that I can't even open properly because it's too powerful. That I just, no, it's fine. For you, that's very real.
It is. And I've thought about that. I've even thought about having surgery.
Yeah?
To help me. And that's literally conversations I've had with Gemma 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
About having gone to the doctor. And she said, you're not doing that. You're not going to go that option. That's the easy way out. You got yourself in this mess.
Like gastric band?
Yeah,
or
gastric band, yeah.
What's to stop you gastric band and then just going back?
Exactly, yeah. And I've read up, and it's obviously a massive risk because my size anyway, having that kind of operation. But Gemma's by my side, and Danny's kicked my ass as well and said, don't be so bloody stupid. You know, that's not the option for you.
You have the power, to change it. And you've got 2 daughters.
Yep.
Obviously, the goal for them to get married.
I want to walk down the aisle.
You want to walk down the aisle.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I've said that with Gemma many times. That's the reason why I started my journey in the first place. Is yes, for my own health, to be selfish, but I want to be there for my kids when I'm 80 and they're grown up and I see the grandkids.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and what do you think your chances are of making that if you don't change something?
Yeah, 0. I'm the wrong side of 40.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I promise you, you're the wrong side of 30 stone, mate.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, and we need to... That has got to be enough motivation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I hear my son cry in the middle of the night, you know, I don't want to get up, but the thought of him crying is enough motivation to get you up, bleary-eyed, what's wrong? It's got to be enough motivation for you to change. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the alternative is what?
There's no alternative.
Exactly.
There's no alternative.
Exactly. And that, having children is a responsibility that I think you probably only understand when you have them, as patronising as that is to everyone that doesn't. But you've got that responsibility, and if you fuck it up because you can't stop eating this, or you can't, yeah.
It's not
how are they going to talk about you, you know, in the future?
Yeah.
Well, I wish my dad had been here, but he was a fucking dickhead and he couldn't stop eating.
Yeah.
You know, that I feel like you've got an option, but our passion behind this is selfish. I don't want to be complicit in your suicide. I don't want to watch you die at an early age because you didn't change it successfully.
Yeah.
Okay? I think it's parallels to drug addiction. I think there are parallels there. You want to stop, you want to change, but you can't.
Yeah.
And everyone needs a moment. Everyone needs something to kickstart them, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've got, 5, 6, 7 of us here that are going to be on you. You've got a fantastic gym to do it in. You've got a supportive wife, a lovely family, reasons to do it for.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So there is no fucking excuse not to. Because if you don't do it, you die.
Yeah. That's the crux of it all, yeah. Yeah.
And
either I get on board or I'll just die early.
Exactly that, mate. And I promise you, I don't want to be looking at suits for your funeral next year, you know?
No.
I want you to succeed. I want to support you in that. I want all of us to support you in that. And I want us to be able to, in 6 weeks' time, say, we're ready for nutrition now.
Yeah.
We've done that. We've done well. We're ready for nutrition. If in the meantime you want to make sensible choices with your nutrition, I advise it.
Absolutely, and I think that's the bit I'm stuck on the most. I've always been stuck on is the nutrition element. What do you have for breakfast? For breakfast I have a 500-calorie breakfast. Is that the right thing or the wrong thing? I don't know. And I try and divide my meal up to 2,500 calories a day. And I can name pretty much every day, except for when it comes to tea, where we maybe overload the plates.
Yeah.
Pasta, for example. And you put pasta on your plate, you have a small portion, that's 150 calories. 400 calories. You just don't realise when you put a plate on, it's 700 calories.
Yeah, I'm not going to fuck around, mate. If I had to estimate, I reckon you're on 5,000-6,000 a day.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I don't see any other alternative. And whilst I want to believe you that you've got it on track throughout the day.
Oh no, not every day. No, absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
I would never say that we've gone on track. I start with best intentions every day.
Exactly.
But as the day goes on, and certainly.
And we've got to find that willpower.
Yeah.
And actually, we might find when we get there that at some points in your day, as ironic as this may seem, you're under eating.
Yeah.
That whole thing about don't go to Tesco's hungry.
Yeah.
Because, so like if you're under eating and a man of your size, to feel like you're in an okay place food-wise, you're going to need a lot of calories.
Yeah.
We're only going to bring them down slowly. I think for you to be aiming for 2,500 a day is too few. I think if you just say you're on 7,000 calories a day,
Yeah.
let's get you to 6,000, okay?
Bring it down a bit at a time.
Let's bring it down to 5,000 over time. If we look at someone like Bish, okay, when he talks about his calorie intake, he's talking about 5, 6, 7,000 himself, okay? And that's an elite level athlete.
Yep.
So let's slowly bring you down. Let's not try and make huge things. But in the meantime, before we get to nutrition, if you want to make sensible choices, fully recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay? Have a breakfast, for sure. Have a mid-morning snack. Have a lunch. Have a good-sized lunch. But just look at every meal. Is there one thing you can take out? Is there one thing? It sounds stupid. I was in a petrol station with my girlfriend last night. Late night, we're on our way home. It's like 10 o'clock. We hadn't eaten since 12 o'clock, since like lunchtime. And she's piling on about it. She's like, I'll get this burn. She's really slim, so like no worries, right? And I'm there like, and I was like, 2 bags of crisps, 2 Kit Kats, bag of sweets, sandwich, pasta. And I was like, hang on, I'm just starving.
Yeah.
So I think I need all of this. So it was 1 packet of crisps back, 1 chocolate bar back.
Yeah.
Can you, and I'm not saying I'm a role model here, but can you make similar choices?
I probably can in my day, yeah. If I look at what I'm doing, if I think about what I'm doing, think about what I'm eating. Like, if I go to a garage, I will buy a pack of sweets.
Yeah, sure.
But I love one gums. I wean myself off peanut M&Ms. But yeah, and Coke. I drink a lot of Diet Coke as well. You know? But other than that, crisps is probably my biggest downfall of anything I eat at all, if you look at food-wise. And I probably pick when the kids have tea as well. The kids have chips, I'll pinch a couple of chips and things like that.
Yeah, I bet.
Bread.
Yeah.
So
but they're fucking sick of it.
I think if I look at my day, there's probably meal by meal.
Yeah.
Take one meal at a time, just look at what I'm eating, and do I need to eat it? Or
so do you know what?
Can I draw
Every
back?
day, and this is before we get to nutrition, but every day, one time, say no. That's it.
Yeah.
One time, say no. I'll get a multi-pack. No. And you've said no for the day.
Yeah.
Well done. You've said no, you've cut that out. Because if you say no once every day, well, over the week, that's 7 no's. That might be 2,000 calories over the week. That's enough to lose a considerable amount of weight every week.
Yeah.
But let's look at exercise. Let's get it sorted. We've got that program in place to keep you active, to keep you accountable, to keep you here. You've got family on board. Your 2 of your daughters and your wife and yourself, you come to this gym together. There's 4 members of your family in this gym. There is no reason for you not to achieve.
No, it's not.
And I need to be clear with you. I am not doing this, we are not doing this out of some kind of Mother Teresa role. We're doing it because if we don't, you die. You don't want your kids down the aisle. You don't live to be a grandfather. You don't grow old with your wife.
Yep.
You don't get to enjoy life, enjoy holidays. You don't get to go and jet around the world. You don't get to live. All because you're being a selfish fuck now.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. So let's make these changes. Let's be positive. I'm going to be a twat to you. That's going to be my role. Amy's going to be really nice to you. Okay? Ben's going to be really motivational to you. Okay? Shay and Ed are going to be really informative and really honest about how you move. Tim and Milky Ed, they're going to be really motivational and accountable for you. Okay? Between us, we keep you on track. we keep you going,
Yep.
we achieve. If we don't achieve, well, I've failed.
I failed.
Exactly.
I
And I don't like failing. Many people will tell you that, okay? If I don't win, if I don't get what I want, if I don't achieve,